I'm Marc Edwards. Welcome to Travelogue and welcome to Qingdao. It's become almost unbearably hot in Beijing over the last couple of days, so we thought, why not pop over to a place where the temperatures are significantly lower? It's the fourth largest seaport in China, as well as being a modern, thriving city. I've been told there's a whole plethora of things to do besides just taking in the sea breeze. So let's get started. Qingdao's International Marina and Olympic Sailing Centre is located on the site of the former Beihai dockyard on Fushan Bay, adjoining the May 4th Square. With an urban population of over 3 million people, you'll find that around these parts, it never feels crowded. And there's no quieter place than the waters of the vast Yellow Sea. With a climate that's almost perfect for sailing, it comes as no surprise to find that the sport in Qingdao is really on the up. Never had to do that before on a bus. This area has been completely revamped, making it a prestige and fun luxury port and entertainment venue. Considering all the water around here, it's no surprise that the authorities are playing up its many uses, whether it be for speedboating, yachting, sailing, or even water busing. I'm sure that's not something you hear of every day. It's an experience you can dive right into. At a cost of just over $10 for a 45-minute trip, you can enjoy a quick tour of the marina by bus, and then a tour of the harbour by boat, with something called the Adventure Duck being the complete 2-in-1 package. One of the things that really jumps out at you as you sit aboard your duck bus boat is the way this former Olympic venue is still very much alive. Some might say even more alive than during the events of 2008. So we've taken a boat out here because it's a lovely day, sunny, and we're going to go and see what the harbour's got for us and just generally get a bit of feel, get our sea legs on, which I'm not so sure I'll be able to do. One of the main reasons for the success of the marina is the uptake from children who are keen to learn how to sail. So you can find all sorts of things out here. People wind sailing, there's shops and restaurants, there's buses, water buses, our boat butt just over there. Yeah, plenty of things to do out on the sea here in Qingdao. You'll see kids of all ages getting their boats ready on a Saturday morning, hyperactive and eager to get out on the water. We managed to spot children as young as 5 and 6, looking far more professional as sailors than we could ever hope to be. So don't be surprised if Qingdao produces a string of Olympic medalists in the not too distant future. Qingdao has another more peaceful side, besides being a prime holiday destination and weekend getaway. Some cities in the world are totally geared towards the huge source of income that is tourism, but there are people in these parts who just seem to get on with their lives. Stroll around Shabay and you'll see what I mean. Now, the further away you get from the sea, the more you'll be able to take in the everyday lifestyle of the local people. And we're here in Shabay, in the northern part of Qingdao, and immersing myself in a bit of the local traditional culture. Now, that said, if you do miss the sea, don't you worry. They've built they've turned what used to be just a mud pile canal into an irrigation system with using seawater. So we get the sea breeze, and I'm going to take some of that in now. Work up an appetite whilst you're out strolling, and you'll be rewarded handsomely. Now, you don't have to have visited the country to know that the Chinese love to eat. Then again, who doesn't? But to Chinese, food is life, health, and good fortune. They live to eat. China's cuisine is as varied as its geography and people. So I'm by the lighthouse of this rather astutely constructed concrete harbour. we've got boats, we've got masts, we've got one of these weights here, and on top of that, each of these boats is actually a restaurant in its own deed. So you can have yourself some Sichuan food, some local Qingdao food, all in different places. Now, the pièce de résistance, or the icing on top, the fact that someone lazy like myself can be having some good bit of Sichuan hot pot. Say I feel like a bit of roast meat from a different restaurant, the pulley system behind will have it delivered straight to me. Logically, you'd think Qingdao was a place simply for seafood feasts. But there's much more here than just the clams, which incidentally, Qingdao is famous for. Known as the cradle of Shandong cuisine, the area around Qingdao is rich in sea cucumbers, squid, prawns, shellfish, as well as numerous fish species. And every spring and autumn, the Jiaozhou Bay area is rich in local shrimp. Located right in the heart of Qingdao, Hebei district, with a population of over 500,000 people, is the city's economic, cultural, financial and commercial centre. It's not a particularly big area, but if you hop from street to street, you'll find something different at every corner. Here we're in the old part of Hebei, which in turn is one of the oldest parts of Qingdao. This ancient commercial area has a relaxed and friendly atmosphere, almost as though you've strolled into a village square. I've been told that back in colonial times, this is where the Chinese residents would come to meet one another. But it doesn't seem to have changed too much over the years. And having seen what the toddlers are up to this morning, it's also a chance to take in the lifestyle of the city's older generation. So out with the old, though not literally of course, and in with the new. In this case, concept, lots of theme streets. So when you're strolling around the theme streets in Qingdao, you'll find that they're very closely packed together, which is a good thing, because you get the smells emanating from the beer factory, the smell of the hops just drifting over as you walk around. I'm heading into the cultural street, which I've been told I can pick up some trinkets and some sort of cultural relics as well. Now, if you're slightly worried about being ripped off, don't be. Qingdao men are renowned for being straight talking, so if it's fake, they'll tell you so, and you'll get an appropriate deal. You can find these types of markets all over China, but that shouldn't deter you from trying to hunt down that essential bargain trinket to cherish or give as a great present. Some might be tacky, but others might just earn you a friend for life. Right, enough shopping, it's time for a beer. And in Qingdao, it's undoubtedly the easiest commodity to get your hands on. Besides drinking it, you might want to dive deep into the world of beer. And in that case, the Qingdao Beer Museum and Factory is the place for you. First brewed in 1903 by the beer-loving Germans, Qingdao beer has received tremendous national and international acclaim, thanks to its refreshing taste that owes a lot to the crisp Laoshan spring water. The tour is split into 3 parts, and your first stop will be taking in the history and what brought this beer to such prominence. You'll see a room with every single design of Qingdao beer bottles over the last 100 years. Then you'll move on to a full-scale walk-through tour of the ancient beer-making techniques. Run your hands through the different types of hops used to make beer, and then see how many of the world's beers you can spot in their massive display. From lager frolics to the real world. Won't take you long to round the corner and be thrust into the heart of the Qingdao beer-making industry. In many ways, it contextualizes perfectly everything you've just witnessed. The old techniques compared to modern efficiency. Not so much of a personal touch, but you'll still be entranced by the thousands of cans and bottles spinning everywhere around you. Now, whether you're completely, totally teetotal, a raging alcoholic, or have absolutely no opinion whatsoever on the nectar, Qingdao Beer Factory simply has to be visited. It's got something for everybody. We've got how beer was made 100 years ago, all the way through to how beer's made right now. You can even have your own picture stuck on a beer bottle. And there's a room that simulates being drunk. Wonder what that's like.